Hello everyone, yes it's that time again for another from my pallet, another vacuum I bought in that big pallet of 30 plus. At the time of making this video I've not actually counted them up, so let's hope there are 30 plus. It seems to be anyway. Now this is a goblin. I've done three goblins I think at the time of making this video. I've done 3 goblins on my channel, but they've been the goblins you can buy at Asda, and it's just, Goblin is just a brand that Asda must have purchased because they're only available from Asda. 4 goblins, I'm sorry, let me think. I've done the goblin upright, I've done 2 goblin bagless cylinders, and I've done that goblin handheld. So yes, 4 goblins. So this is 5 goblins, but this is, from what I understand, is original sort of goblin. Might have been when Morphy Richards bought them, but it's still a lot more authentic goblin than the Asda ones. So it's a Goblin Aztec. Haven't researched this on the internet, so I've no idea what colour it is. I think I've seen yellow ones. I'm not sure. It might be a red one. Can't see where. Oh, it's made in Ireland of all places. 5.9 kilograms in weight. Now, there's nothing on this box that would suggest that it's one of the graded machines. I think it's just an old model, and I can tell you exactly where it's come from. Well, originally where this would have been available, because it says on here LHSG, and I know what that means because I used to work for the company. Well, not the home shopping division, but LHSG stands for Littlewoods Home Shopping Group, I believe. So, and it looks like it's got a catalogue number. So this was either available at Littlewoods or the catalogue shop Index, or both. Oh, I don't think I need. I've got my scissors, but the tape is that old, I'm not going to need it. So I think this is still a factory sealed one. But it's obviously, it's stuck down. It's stuck down. So despite the box being very... Oh, it's red. Oh, and it's nice. It's red and it's got a metallic fleck. Do you know, Goblin were, you know, they were a bit of a poor man's brand, to be honest. Back in the day. The 2 main brands from this period would have been Hoover and Electrolux. Vacs made inroads with their 3-in-1 tub vac. They took a lot of the market, and that sort of fizzled out a bit, and then of course Dyson came along. But in the glory days of bagged vacuums, we had Hoover and Electrolux being the main brands, and then there were lots of others. There was Miele were available, of course, and Siemens and Bosch at the premium end. But at the mass market end, and at the mass market budget end, we had Goblin. So, whether or not this has been opened, I'm not sure. I don't think so. You'd think it would have had some... a bag around the machine. It's a little bit of scuffing. I don't know if I mentioned in one of the videos, but some of these cleaners had ended up on the floor of the lorry. They'd fallen off the pallet, and I did say to the seller, could you please make sure the pallet's wrapped so items don't fall off it. He obviously didn't. This is definitely an unused machine. Saying that. It's got a musty odour, but I'd expect that. I don't think it's... Well, we'll soon see. It might have been. Here's the handle with the Dubra thingy. That's the end that goes into the cleaner. It's quite hard plastic, but you know, the hose, it feels good. You know, this was considered sort of lower quality back in the day, but now, when I'm handling it, it seems certainly better quality than a lot of modern vacuums. One, hopefully there'll be another one. Yeah, this has probably been out of the box because it doesn't seem quite as well packed as it should have been. Don't know. Just a little bit of a buffing up and a polish, and those 2 tubes will be fine. Can't see any other small tools. They might be on board. That's a pretty nasty nozzle though, I have to say. I'm sure I've seen one like that recently on a newer cleaner. Plastic base plate. No litter pickers, you've just got these little nodules which won't do very much at all. You've got the parking bracket, storage bracket. Where's this nozzle made? I don't know if it says. Doesn't say. I don't like those. You wouldn't use that on a delicate, easy scratchable floor. Well, why would you have a hard floor that's easy to scratch? You wouldn't want that, but they're horrible. Ugh, not nice. So yes, I can see why they were at the budget end now. We've got the instructions and one bag, is it? One dust bag. You'll still be able to get bags for this. Non-reusable dust bag. It's a 340 series according to this. Oh, it opens out, it's one of those. Oh, I don't like these ones. Opens out into a big thingamajiggy. Don't think, well, I'll have a look through these later. But I don't think, let's see if there's any dates on here. Because I'm not sure if people know how to date goblins. A lot of people know Hoover and Electrolux's dating codes. Not sure about goblins. Oh, I think this has a stair cleaning feature. Ah, stair lock if fitted. There is a stair lock. I'll see if we've got that on there, because you can lock this thing at the front. Oop, and it locks it onto the stair. I'm just looking for an any sort of date on the instruction, or give us an idea. Now it says revised 10/98. I suppose so. Most, I think, of the vacuums I've unboxed have been 90s. 90s or early 2000s. So it's a red Aztec. Oh, it feels a bit moist. Oh, it does feel. I mean, it has come in from a cold. It's not been that cold last night though. And I brought them in quite a while ago to acclimatise. So, well, I've never. Oops, sorry about that. I've never had. Oh, it does feel a bit. Not sure whether to plug that in. The pins on the plug seem damp. I've never had any goblins, I don't think, when they were the proper Goblin company. That's a bit, you know, isn't it? You see, I'm not surprised it sounds like that. What's that do? Oh, that opens the doobry. So, we've got a very small. Let's show you a bit closer. Obviously, I'm rushing through a lot of these unboxings because I've got so many to do, so I'm not concentrating too much on the zooming in and out, so to speak. But anyway, here at the bottom, there we go. The lights are shining. You've got your variable speed, but it's very small and awkward. That releases the bag door. Hopefully, oh, I was going to say there might be tools inside, but I have seen a tool. Not sure if it just has this one. Crevice tool at the back. On, off, and you flexi wind. Looks in good nick though. Oh no, there is another tool. Look, there we go. This is a little bit like, just unboxed at the time of making this, just unboxed the Hoover Ariane. It's a little bit similar, but the Ariane certainly felt better quality. That is tiny, tiny. That's probably one of the smallest. You know, it looks quite large because I'm zooming in, but it is small, I can assure you. Look. Ooh, tiny, look. Ooh, you're not getting too many nooks and crannies with that one. I won't be surprised if a lot of these just stayed in the cleaner and didn't even get removed. Because some people just don't bother doing their nooks and crannies. That's awful. That's tiny as well. No litter pickers. Ooh. Ooh. Anyway, they're certainly in there securely. There's not likely that they'll fall out. There is no sticker on, which does make me think it is one of those graded or... Oh, what's that? Oh, it does have a stair lock, I think. Oh look there. I've just seen a piece of plastic in the wheel. I'm not sure what it's about. So that's the stair lock. That's supposed to hold it onto the stair when you're using it on the stairs. Push down when you don't want it. You swivel caster your two wheels, but oh heck! Oh, oh dear! Why is that? Oddly, in both wheels, it's hard for me to see. There's a little white piece. There's a little white piece of plastic that probably shouldn't be loose like that, because it's going to make a rattling noise. Well, it's not that bad, but I don't know why this, obviously it's not supposed to be like that. It's hard to show you, but that shouldn't be. Now, never mind. It says it's reflex electronic 5x filter. There probably was a more, oh, well that comes right off. That comes right off. It's got 97, it's got a date wheel, 97, January 97. Hey, we've just gone into February 2017 at the time of making this. Oh, now how does that make that 55 years old? 97, 2000, oh, only 20 years old, is it? I never listened in maths. I was too busy sitting at the back of the class with Andrea, messing about. 97, 2007, 2000, yes, 20 years old. So it's not that old really. 20. There's a little thing. Look what that's about. Little white spring-loaded button for something. Here's the exhaust. Oh, it's got a 2-layer. That could be a carbon layer. And we do actually have, on this one, I've seen, we do actually have the rating sticker, so we'll have a quick look at that. There we go, can you see that? So it's Goblin, type 349P, 230 to 240 volts, 50 hertz, 1000 to 1100 watts, or 1200 to 1300 watt max. Oh, the serial number 9B0396234, I think, made in Ireland, Goblin Limited. Customer service number there. Attention, motor fitted with safety device. If cutout occurs, check for blockage or full dust bag. Wait approximately 30 minutes before restarting. Here's the bag. Well, you've seen the bag. Oh, it's definitely unused, this one. It's not a used model. Let's see if I can, there we go. The pre-motor, that's black, again, possibly a charcoal. Oh, and that's different. That's a bit different. It's always interesting to look at things you've never seen before. Instead of the regular setup, might be hard for you to see. Instead of the regular setup of a grill, a flat grill with the motor directly behind, it's got a little tunnel. If I put my hands in, I can feel, at the end of my fingers, I can feel a circular opening with a grill or a grid on it. So in this one, and also this suggests to me, see that little lump sticking up? It suggests to me that the motor, instead of being positioned in the vacuum horizontally, like, you know, like that, it's on its, I was going to say it's on its bottom, it's not on its bottom, it's on its front with its bottom in the air. So that's the bottom of the motor, because the fan is underneath. So, let's pop that back. Now I'm expecting this, because it's a Goblin and it's a budget cleaner, I'm expecting this to be quite noisy. Now again, there's a little thing here, very standard, to stop you from closing the bag door without the filter. So when you take the filter off, that moves out and prevents you. Also this here at the front, I'm assuming, so even when the filter's in, which is there, the filter's in, so this thing might now stop me from putting the bag door back. I wonder what that button is. I think, you see that little spring-loaded button at the back is pushed down by that piece. So possibly it doesn't turn on when the bag door is off. That could be what that's about. Hang on, what do I have to do? Locate it at the front first, then push it back. Yeah, see, it won't let me because there's no bag. Well, it's an interesting little vacuum. I think there is another one of these actually in the thingamajig. What I'm going to do for you, if you're interested, all the duplicates I've got, I'm just going to unbox in one big video, not talk about them, just show you them. But there may be surprises in there. There might be a model that isn't what I thought it was inside the box, you know. Did I show you the piston? The piston bagful indicator. So, there we go. It's quite smart, and it's hard to pick up possibly on the camera. Hang on, I'll show you. It has a metallic fleck. It does seem to run through the whole plastic. We should do that now. I don't know if we can see it. Can you see that it's got a metallic fleck to it? I read somewhere that Hoover actually invented that way of having the metallic fleck actually impregnated in the plastic all the way through, rather than just sort of a sprayed on finish. I think Hoover first introduced it with the possibly with the Turbo 2, the later Turbo 2s, or no, the first Turbo 2 Permabag, I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm going to, what I'm doing, I'm not having that, I'm having it open. I'm just going to see, I don't know if it's on or off, you see. Whoops. So, that obviously, I don't know, I've no idea what that does then. Because that doesn't stop the machine from turning on. No. So I don't know what that's for, I'll have to look that up. It's not as noisy as I thought, but it isn't on full power yet. There we are. So that's clicked in. Yeah, it's on minimum. Got it on minimum setting. Oh. So yeah, obviously it's got noisier. It's got noisier as I turned it up, but I think that's quieter than the Hoover Ariane. Well, certainly the model I've recently opened. Well, recently to me. Now, how does that go on? Which way does that face? Oh, ooh, you see, I don't like that. That nasty, hard plastic. Well, it's all right, isn't it? It's not one I probably would have bought. I never would have bought this when it was in the shops in the 90s. Never would have even considered it. But it's nice to have a look at one now when you can't buy them. Not new anyway. Oh, I haven't smelt that. Oh, I thought it was going to blow up. That smells nice. That's a brand new sort of electric motor smell. There's the exhaust either side. So yeah, it's alright. It's alright that. I don't know what the cord rewind's going to be like. Got a round plug on this one. Let's see. The cord rewinds often have grease in them, I believe, and obviously if they've been stored a long time, that grease may have dried out. Sometimes they can sort of come back to life with the warmth of the motor. The grease might have hardened, it might help. I don't know. A little bit sluggish, but not too bad. Not too bad at all. So that's my Goblin Aztec 1300E. Which was probably a more deluxe model, because I think I would have expected Goblin to have produced a model maybe without the electronic speed, because it says E, there might have been a regular 1300. And back in the day, they may have even had a model without automatic cord rewind. It seems unthinkable nowadays. Even the most budget of the budget vacuums, cylinder vacuums, do have auto cord rewind. But when I worked in electrical retailing, it was the way they used to want you to sell up or trade up. So you'd show them the bottom model, and then you'd say, well, for only £10 more, you can have electronic speed control and automatic cord rewind. But some people would have stuck to their guns and just said, no, I just want that cheap one. Because I remember when I worked in Curry's, you tried to trade up, because you got commission, you see. You tried to trade up, and some people just wouldn't have it. They came in wanting a cheap model. They wouldn't pay an extra £10 for cord rewind, etc. But anyway, I'll tell you what though, when people came into Curry's looking for a vacuum cleaner, I'd say 98% of the time they went out with a Hoover vacuum cleaner. Even if they came in to buy another brand, I would always steer them towards the Hoovers, and they normally bought the Hoovers. Right, that's it. That's the Goblin Aztec for you. Stay tuned, lots more vacuum cleaners to be unboxed from my pallet, and obviously a lot of other machines too. So until the next time, please subscribe, please thumb up. If you've got any questions about this vacuum, please ask in the comments section below. So until the next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.